Hey fellas, Meat Trapper here. As you can see behind me, it's snare making time. Take advantage of this nice hot summer weather to get your equipment built, get it dipped, get it painted, and get it ready to go. Now what I want to talk to you is I often stress about the need for quality components, especially quality cable. I want to show you the difference between quality cable and cheap Chinese garbage cable. Okay, what you're looking at now is a picture of a piece of Chinese cable that I cut directly off a 500-foot spool. Now, I'm not going to say which manufacturer or which supply house this cable came from. Let's just say it was one of the major suppliers, what I call the big box store of trapping. These are people that they just buy cable on the spool, they sell it directly to you. And obviously they don't really care about the quality of the cable that they're selling, because as you can see, this thing is corkscrewed right off the spool. You can see the bottom end of this cable is canted one way and the far end is canted the opposite way. Now when you go and you make this into a snare, there is no possible way on earth that this snare is going to hang correctly and is going to fire efficiently. Even if you can bend the cable back into a good shape where it will actually hang vertically, you've bent the cable and it's not going to fire smoothly and efficiently. This cable right here is only good for making extension cables or earth anchors. Now this is a close-up shot of the actual spool that this cable came off of. And you can see in the lower left-hand corner, it clearly says, Made in China. The reason that this cable is screwed up is, number one, a lack of quality control when they twist the fibers together to make the cable, and number two, a lack of quality control when they actually wrap it on the spool. When there's different amounts of tension applied to the cable when they're twisting the fibers together, and or when they're wrapping it on the spool, you end up with corkscrewed cable that will never work properly. Now take a look at this piece of cable. This is also a piece of 7x7 cable. However, this is Korean cable, and this cable came from southernsnares.com. Notice the complete and total lack of any corkscrewing on this cable. Both ends hang absolutely vertically. You can see there's no twisting, there's no corkscrewing. This cable, when you make this cable into a snare, it is going to hang perfectly vertical, and it is going to fire extremely fast and not give you any frustrations or troubles. And here is a close-up of the spool that I pulled this cable off of. It's a 500-foot spool, but the difference between the quality cable and the cheap cable is that the quality cable had much more in the way of quality control when the fibers were twisted together so that it wasn't twisted unevenly, and when they wound it on the spool, they did a proper job of winding it on the spool so that when you pull it off the spool and go to make your snare, you're going to be happy with the results and not cussing at the fact that your snares don't hang properly. Because let me tell you something, I get emails on a regular basis where people watch my videos and they say, hey, Meat Trapper, I did exactly what you did, exactly how you said to do it, but I just can't get my snare to hang right. It just doesn't do like yours does. Well, did you use quality cable? Did you use quality swivels? Did you use quality hardware? If you'll buy your stuff from southernsnares.com, give Brian a call down there. He'll fix you up, because it's too late after you've bought 500 feet or 1,000 feet of garbage cable. It's too late. So the choice is yours. Hope this was useful. We'll see you next time.